So that was gonna be my next my thing was gonna be like, who was your first turf dance battle against? But your first ever battle was against Aussie?
Yeah. So I was at West Oakland Cricket. Avish was there. Zed was there. Phil was there.
Mhm.
And me and me was there. So, and they saw my video and say, okay, want to dance against someone. And they just call OC and say, hey, bro, just come to the bar. Someone want to dance against you. And he pull up and we dance.
And how did that go for you? Your first dance, was you nervous?
No, I was so happy because I did a video for calling out every turf dancer because when I was watching some video on YouTube, I was watching a lot of dance battle.
Mhm.
And for me, it was a culture to call out someone or call out
Right,
everybody.
right. So how did that battle go with
Because,
Aussie? Let's tell the audience a little bit about that battle. Like,
okay,
first of
so
all, how do you think you do?
I think it was like a good battle because we met tie. Nobody win. And until this day, we stay like this because we battle since this day.
Right. That is crazy. So all right, after you battling Aussie, you seeing his style, you seeing your style. What was next for you? Did your confidence start growing right then and there? Because you came here overseas. You've been doing this on your own for a while. You labbing a little bit with intricate, then bam, you got your first battle, and your first battle is a stalemate. What did that do for your confidence as a turf dancer?
After this, I was like so happy to see turf dancing in real. So I just asked everybody to teach me some move.
Right.
So yeah, can you teach me the foundation and can you teach me some stuff and story about turf dancing? So that's why I was going around everybody for have different aspect of turf dancing.
Right.
Because when I land there was okay, so I like tutting, so my best friend is like a best tutor, so I can ask him whatever I want about tutting. But if I want to learn different stuff, I need to ask to different people. So I just
Right.
ask different people and they teach me.
So when you went, so now let's say you spent 2 months here. How many times did you battle in your first 2 months here? Was it
Oh,
just Aussie?
so no, I did like the inner chamber number 2 or number 3. I don't remember the number.
Wait, hold on, real quick. That's sorry, Johnny. Johnny hit me. Johnny, you gotta wait. My bad. That's Turping Johnny. Shout out to Turping. But so what was the battle name again?
Inner chamber, Doki
Unknown
battle.
Chamber. Unknown.
Yeah,
Unknown Chamber. So who did you battle in
yeah.
Unknown Chambers?
So this day, I go to the semi-final. I dance against like Lisa Green, Crumper, and X at the semi-final. X from New York.
Oh wow, that's a hitter. Yeah, you had a good man to be starting like that and coming so early and already battling it, being there with X. Man, that's
Yeah.
crazy. That's heavy. Man, they kind of threw you in a fire, but that's good though. That's good though. Yeah. So, all right, you got your 2 months here, unknown chambers under your belt. Now you go back to France, right? So now you go back to France, right? So now, like, what was it now that you have this turf dance experience? Now, what was the difference when you brought it back to France? Now, how did people take it? Did they start seeing some degrees of separation?
Yeah, because when I was here, I was putting a lot of videos there and people follow me on IG and they saw what is turf dancing.
Right,
And also after my trip, I become best alive. And Strobe made a post and say, okay, welcome to Okami to best alive.
right,
So everybody was saying that and say, okay, so he's not joke, like he already become a turf dancer and you have some respect in the barrier.
right. Yeah.
So people beginning to understand I was doing a different dance style because people from the Bay give me credit.
Right. Now is that was gaining were you gaining notoriety and credit back home because of this? So now people are like, so this is when because I seen you having first of all, do you still teach? I know back in the day you used to have videos and show like you
Yeah,
teaching people in France.
I was so when I back in Paris, I was beginning to teach because my goal is still to share the turf culture in general.
Right. So with that being said, do you see turfing becoming like a global movement, kind of like how hip hop and crumping is?
So we can and we're gonna be, but we need first to take care of the people in the culture firstly and stop
Mhm.
segregate because a dance style always evolve in general.
Yes, that's true. That is true.
So if you segregate a dance style, the dance style is never gonna grow that whole.
Right.
Because
So
for like right now, I'm a no, and in a no we have different style of turf dancing, and everybody is a turf dancer.
right.
So I think the problem is like we put more intention into something. We don't need to put intention into it. So for example, if you take like the crump dance style, it's like younger than turf dancing, but
Mhm.
it's more global. Everybody dance crumping everywhere in the world because they
But is
put
a
the
is
energy
a
on
is
into
a
something else.
do you think it's an importance in our culture though to do like you did and research and study and kind of know the history so you can tell the story?
Yeah, because if you don't know the story, you can share something.
Right.
It's important to know the story about something you share. So for me, dancing is like a language. And if you want to learn more about language, you need to learn the culture behind the language.
Right. Right. Right.
And also you need to accept the fact the language evolve.
Yes. That's a double-edged sword, and that is the truth. Because it does.
Because
For the language to evolve, it needs to evolve from something, from a base form. Just like English and all the languages we speak now, a lot of them evolved from Latin, right?
yeah. So and the main problem you have there is, for example, so I'm Intricate gonna teach around the world.
Yes.
And every time he teach around the world, he say, I'm a turf dancer. Same if people book him for turfing, he teach turfing every time.
Right.
Every time he teach turfing. But if people in the Bay, they don't know that, they're gonna tell him, yeah, you're not a turf dancer. So I think it's like a wrong part. Before tell something, speak with the people and ask him what he teach to people. Because for example, the first time he came in Paris, Anchuke teach turf dancing.
Right.
He
Right.
didn't teach 13 at all. So he came in with strobe and say, okay, I'm good, I'm 13, but I'm from the Bay and I'm gonna teach you how to turf. And he introduced me to the people like that because it was so, Okami is the first turf dancer in Paris, so we're gonna teach you how to turf because we're from the Bay.
Right. Right.